All problems are illusions of the mind. Eckhart Tolle. Nothing is at last sacred but the integrity of your mind. Emerson. No one but ourselves can free our minds. Bob Marley. What am I gonna teach you in this video has the potential to change the direction of your life completely. If, only if, you understand it and put it to practice. Hi, my name is Jay Firmino and this is the Modern Sage channel. Before I go further, please smash this like button and subscribe to my channel. If you think you're getting any value from these videos, please tell your folks around. Okay, let's go. I know many people who can't stand talking about the mind because they understand that someone who studies the mind is an irreligious person, godless, arrogant, a person who doesn't believe in God and trust in themselves and in their human ways to succeed. It's not a matter of believing or not believing in God. If you don't believe in God, you're intelligent enough to know that you're not here to lead a mediocre life, right? And if you do believe in God, you have to believe that you are the image and resemblance of God, of the Creator. So you must have the attributes of the Creator. After all, lions breed cubs and dogs breed puppies, not the other way around. Each after their own kind. Believing or not believing in God, you've got to decide what kind of life you want to lead. Our minds are our greatest assets. And only when we learn how to control them for real are we gonna be able to live freely and abundantly and the way we really want. One of the biggest difficulties we have about the mind is the fact we don't have an image of the mind. Many people think the mind is the brain, but it's not the brain. It's not even in your head. The mind is something apart. It's a mystery. We don't know where it comes from. We don't know where it's located. In the past, the ancient believed that the mind was located in the heart. We don't have an image of the mind, which causes us to make great confusion because we are human beings and we think through images. Yet today in this video, I've taken up the challenge to make you understand your mind in a way you've never thought possible. Other teachers such as Bob Proctor and Dr. Thurman Fleet before him were the ones who came up with this system for people to conceive an image of their minds. Dr. Thurman Fleet, who was a physician, devised this system of the image of the mind, and you worked under the assumption or the theory of the cure of the cause as opposed to that of the effect. In other words, he would say that for a person to be really healed, they would have to be cured in the mind first. It was quite a challenge for him to explain his theory to his colleagues at the time because they didn't understand and he didn't have a concept or an image of what he was talking about. They didn't understand the mind. So Dr. Fleet made a decision that he would create an image of the mind, and that's what he did. In fact, he came up with a very simple and easy image that would make us understand exactly how our minds work. Here's the image. That's what you see. A big circle, small circle. The big circle stands for the mind, and the small circle stands for the body. Our minds work with images, so this is a way for us to understand the logic behind it. And we all understand that the mind is located in the head and the brain. This is what everybody accepts already. This image will basically serve as a representation of our mental system. Notice that the mind is not the brain. The brain is a part of the body, is in the small circle. It's physical. Everything that is physical is our body. The mind makes up the images, the thoughts, the imagination, the intuition, the hunches, the gut feelings. The big circle is only the mind. The image you see on the screen is ridiculous. A third grader can draw it hands-tied. But believe me, it has the power to change your life. As you can see here, our mind, I'll say it in the singular, is split into two parts. These parts are the conscious and the subconscious. Okay, so it's one mind, two parts, and each of these two parts works in a totally different fashion. I know there are people who can explain this in more clearly than I do, but let's go. Our conscious mind is the part of our mind with which we think consciously and deliberately. It's the part responsible for reason, also known as the intellectual mind. And our conscious mind can accept or reject anything. You can't reject what I'm saying here. You can't accept. Just smash this like button right now. The subconscious mind, on the other hand, doesn't have this capability of thinking. I mean, you can't control it directly. It simply accepts everything the conscious mind sends to it. It does accept everything the conscious mind sends to it as true. So it doesn't matter whether you imagine, perceive something wrong, it will be right in the eyes of the subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is also known as our emotional mind because it works on the basis of the emotions. So you probably have heard of a term called psychocell. When you watch a television, for example, TV commercials, they're not exactly themed around the product. They have a scene that is totally unrelated to what they're selling. And you see the product in the backdrop or only being used at the end of the commercial. That's a tactic, a way to program your subconscious mind to accept that idea. You don't realize it, you don't perceive it, you can't reject it. In fact, the moment your conscious mind says, "Oh, I need that," your subconscious mind is all in and will keep sending you messages to buy that product. That's what the process is like. So now again, you can look at the stick person and you can see that you have two minds in one. The intellectual mind and the emotional mind. You can understand it now a little better, right? A fancy name for these things that we carry from our early childhood is paradigm. A paradigm is nothing but a habit that is deeply rooted in our subconscious mind, such as the food we love, the religion we follow, the customs we maintain, the sports team we root for, mainly our beliefs, such as the ones related to money, money earning, lack of money. In other words, a multitude of habits becomes a paradigm. All those bits of information are stored in your subconscious mind, and they will dictate the way you live your life. They will conduct your life for the remainder of your existence. Unless you do something to change your mind, which is not very easy to do. At least not without knowing the right techniques to do so. We make up our database all along the years, but up to the 7th year of existence, it's up to our 7 years of age that we form rock solid beliefs that will stay and haunt us for good. If they're good, they'll favor us forever. But as the majority of people on the face of the earth is unhappy, most of us didn't have the right beliefs up to that age. Most people were taught the money was dirty, that people who had a lot of money would go to hell, that the rich are conniving and bad. These people who receive these teachings have tremendous difficulty attaining wealth unless they decide to change their lives. You should understand that this person's subconscious mind has the information that having money is dangerous, and one of the functions of the subconscious mind is to protect your body, your integrity as a person. Unfortunately, most people try to change their results, but they never succeed. They change jobs, they do courses, move to other cities, move to other countries, and end up gleaning the same outcome without ever understanding what's going on. On the other hand, there are those people who seem to have King Midas touch. Everything they touch turns into gold. Everything goes their way. Yes, they go through difficulties just like everybody else, but they respond to them differently. Doors are open for them. Opportunities abound. They prosper. They are liked and loved, admired. Why does that happen? How does that happen? They carry different mental programming. They believe money is clean, heavenly and holy. Just as an example, their subconscious mind is conducive to prosperity. Now let's bring all this information to the practical life arena. I want you to understand how this all works, how this power of your mind is applied in relation to the results that you get on your day-to-day. As a kid, your mind was totally open. You didn't have the capability of thinking, at least thinking critically, and everything that came up through ideas, thoughts, images, attitudes, etc., examples, was recorded in your subconscious mind. So what I mean is that up to our 7th year of existence, our minds are completely open. So you can see here our subconscious mind would receive ideas, thoughts, attitudes, everything our parents spoke up, and their beliefs, their behaviors, the behaviors of our neighbors, our teachers, the grown-ups around us. Now imagine if you came from a family where in which your parents would always say, oh, we don't have money for this, we don't have money for that, oh, we can't spend money now, how am I gonna pay this bill? Or on the other hand, maybe you came from a family where abundance was all around. You know, you asked for something, it was there. You took vacation trips 3 times a year. The whole family would go out for dinner. You would have a happy picnic in the park on the weekends. All these things stay registered in your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is the part that controls your attitudes, your behavior, your posture, your deportment, your comportment, your demeanor. Those automatic things you do and you think you can't stop doing, or when you realize you have already done, your petty vices, your serious addictions. And maybe it's so terrible that, you catch yourself doing those things and you consciously want to change these behaviors. And you try. Many people try unsuccessfully for a while, and they always roam back to the previous behavior. After all, the subconscious mind is powerful and responsible for the behaviors that are unconscious. In other words, we are all programmed just like a computer. As you can see in this example, your conscious mind would like to make more money. You need it. You want it. The problem is that your subconscious mind says that making money is bad. Well, let me correct myself. Your subconscious mind says earning money is evil. It's the emotional mind, therefore it generates that feeling, emotion, that sentiment, which will generate the actions that'll unfortunately stop you from making money or earning money. The same happens in the realm of health. You want to get healed in your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind tells you that all your family has suffered from the same health problems from generations and generations, and their fate was sealed from the moment they were born. There's not a way for you to believe that yours could be different. Your subconscious mind generates an emotion, which generates a feeling, which generates a sentiment, which undoubtedly generates the actions in your body. Well, then what's the solution for that? In order for you to change your life, in order for you to get new results in your life, you need to change the images that you have in your subconscious mind. You must change the respective image that you have of prosperity or health or relationship that you have carried in your subconscious mind into a one that is conducive for the successful attainment of what you want. Now you know all the facts to make a decision. Since your subconscious mind accepts everything your conscious mind sends to it, the first thing you have to do, if you want to change your life, of course, is to decide what you want for your life. After you have decided what you want for your life, all you have to do is to have your subconscious mind change the images that it has stored and programmed in its archives. You may be asking now, how do I do that? First off, you start looking at the things that you want. Were you taught the money was evil? Look for examples that money is good. Money does good. Money has done a lot of good to lots of people. Look for images, examples of that, and only look at that. Are you trapped in a disease or sickness that has haunted your family for generations, or that has stuck to you since you were a child? Look for examples in which this disease was cured, in which the person was healed. Go on with your treatment and follow the directions of your physician, but look for outliers. If the disease is incurable, search for an exception, for a miraculous cure that happened to a person. You need to give your subconscious mind an image to work from. What I'm not telling you here to do, I'm not telling you to covet what other people have. I'm telling you to search examples in order to feed your subconscious mind with images of the good that you wanted to produce. For you to do that, you need to maintain the image of the things you want in your conscious mind the whole time. You need to get obsessed with that, and your subconscious mind will begin to assimilate and accept that as true. The ideal image is the image of having the thing, the image of having it, and this way you will change your results. Allow this thought to create the emotions, the feelings, the sentiments. Now, when you look at it, here's how it works. You think of this image the whole day. You feel good. You feel well. You make as if you already have this good. You want all this in your conscious mind because, you're doing this on purpose. You want to do this. And you generate this strong feeling associated with this good you want, with this dream. And the subconscious mind produces pleasure and satisfaction and the sentiment, which will lead to the actions necessary for you to get ahead. Actions will be produced in your body. They will be produced as cure. They will be produced as stamina. They will be produced as ideas. They will be produced as vibrations. They will be produced in different ways. When your subconscious mind accepts the image, it will release the desire for you to get the money, the desire for you to live, get healed, the desire for you to get that relationship, the desire for you to fight for your marriage, the desire for you to rescue the relationship with your children, the desire for you to go back to school and finish your degree. And the actions will ensue naturally. And don't be fooled. There will be difficulties and obstacles, just as it is natural in life. But you won't feel them because you will be fighting subconsciously. You won't be struggling consciously. That's the only difference. The barriers are out there for everybody. And everybody has built-in mechanisms to circumvent them. These new actions now will generate new results, and not the puny results that you were having previously in your life. This is the exact process that all of those who went through serious difficulties in their lives and then overcame them went through. If you want to change your life's outcome, change the images of your subconscious mind. Find out what you want, add this image of your dream to your conscious mind, add emotion to it, allow your subconscious mind to accept it as true, and it will do everything for you to accomplish your aims. My name is Jay Firmino, and this is the Modern Sage channel. Please hit this like button and subscribe to my channel. If this video has helped you, let your folks know about my channel. I'll be posting videos weekly. Thank you. So long.